We're going to do a little bit of Kapalabhati. We're going to do aim high today. So we're going to do 20, 25, and 30. How does that sound? If it's too much, stop before and in between. Go to your normal breath. It's quite cold outside. I just want us to get warmed up from within. Start with your hands. Rub the hands nice and warm. Keep rubbing until they're nice and warm. And when they're nice and warm, place one on your belly and one on your heart. Close your eyes and find within your heart an intention for the day. And notice if it's coming from your heart or from your mind. If it's coming from your mind, set back. And then you can leave the hands where they are. And we're going to come into Kapalabhati. Hopefully you're comfortable sitting where you are and you don't have to change, but if you're not, swap your legs or sit a different way. So again, I'm going to do 20, 25, and 30, and have 2 or 3 breaths in between. If you need to stop before, do that. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. And then pause, 2 breaths. And then again. Pause, 2 breaths. And then last time. And release the hands onto your legs. Come back to your natural breath. Let's take another round. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in, reach up with the arms. Breathe out, hands to the heart. Breathe in, left hand onto the floor, right arm reaches up and left. Breathe in all the way up, both arms. Breathe out, other side. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, reach towards the left or right hip to the right. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, reach to the right, left hip to the left. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out, right hip to the right, reach. And last time on the left. And release. Come back to center. Come on to all fours. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back. Breathe out, push the floor away, belly button in, spread the shoulders. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep going.
Bien.
Breathe in. As we breathe out, engage the magnet. Head to knees. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, magnet. Nothing is moving, but just the intention. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out, magnet. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, tuck the toes under, magnet. This time feet to hands, so you're tucking the toes under. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck, toes tucked under. Hover, magnet, and release. Breathe in. Breathe out, magnet. Hover, push the floor away. Release, release the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out, cat. Come back to center. Big circles with the hips. And the other way. And we'll come back to this a little bit more. We're going to bring the knees halfway between where they are now and the hands. Walk them halfway. Breathe in. We're going to keep the toes as they are. We're not going to tuck them in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hover. Push the floor away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hover the knees. Push the floor away. Breathe in. Out. Breathe out. Hover. Magnets. And release. Let's walk the knees even closer. Maybe either side of on the inside of the wrists. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hover knees to the elbows if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Knees to elbows. Last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Knees to elbows. Lift the right foot off the floor. Lift the left foot off the floor. Come back down. Walk back to all fours. Big circles with the shoulders. And the other way. Come back to center. Tuck the toes under. Come into down dog. And then forward to plank. Come onto your tiptoes. Forward and back. Forward and back. Let's keep going for 5 breaths. It's a long time. Keep the core engaged. And the tailbone tucked under. Pressing the hands into the floor. Last breath. Knees back to the floor. Come into child. And so building up some heat. Building up some strength in the core, in the shoulders. And then come back. Find your way to down dog. Press one heel into the floor. Then another, the other. Maybe both. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, walk the feet all the way to the floor. Say hello to the back of the legs. So we work the front of the legs a little bit, but still, back of the legs are often quite tight. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out, arm curl the back all the way up. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out. And then, before we do anything else, we'll do a handstand. Why? Because, well, why not? Find the wall. Unless you want to do it without the wall. If you've got carpet, you don't need to bring the mat. Or find the mat. Bring the mat to your wall. And then, however you want to get into your handstand. So we'll come back to down dog. Maybe we'll do 3 times on one leg and 3 times on the other leg. So we've done the strength in the arms, engage the core, keep the legs as straight as you can, shift the weight onto the wrists, and then hop 3 times. Maybe you reach the top, let go of the wall, 3 times on the same leg. And then let's do 3 times on the other leg. Really noticing the difference between one leg, the one you normally use, and the other one. Great. Whew. Come back. When you've done 3 and 3, should be warm enough now. Hopefully, I bet you've taken that jumper off now. Okay. So, let's find the front of the mat when you're ready. Let's do one each of the sun salutations. So we'll start with Jaya, A, and B. Breathe in and reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, left leg back. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, left hand onto the floor. Breathe inside. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, standing. And breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, right back. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out with right hand onto the floor. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out. Anchor all the way up, roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, reach up, interlace the fingers, see if you can reach back a bit more. And come back to center. Surya A. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out all the way to Chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Let's stay 3 breaths. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step or jump. Breathe in, length. And breathe out, fold. Let's stay folded for an extra breath. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out, ankle the back all the way up. Breathe in, interlace the other way, reach back, and back to Samasthiti. And we're going to do, sorry, Surya B. If you want to go into crescent lunge, since it feels like it's in the sequence already, instead of warrior one, go for it. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, right leg up. Breathe out, step it through. Crescent or warrior one. Breathe out. All the way to chaturanga. Arms strong, shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Breathe out, step it through. Crescent or A. One. Breathe in, up dog. And pause. Down dog for 3 breaths. So we skip the chair at the beginning. We're going to pause in the chair for a little bit longer at the end. Now. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step or jump. Our knees are bent. So we're going to start from here. I'm going to lean back and reach up. Engage the core. We're going to hover the left foot off the floor. I'm going to go back 3 times and tap. Straighten and tap. Straighten and tap. Straighten and tap. Put the left foot back on the floor. Hover the right. Straighten and tap. Straighten and tap. Straighten and tap. Come back to chair. Look forward. Reach up. Sit back a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out. Anchor all the way back. Up. Breathe in. Reach up and back. And breathe out. Samasthiti. Great. I want to work a little bit more on the back bend. So we might go back to the rolling a little bit. Just thinking about 2 things I want to do before we get to the wheel. So throughout the sequence, let's think about the back bending, keeping that sort of expression in the back going, even though it might not be a back bending posture. Okay, the left foot behind the right. Breathe in, breathe out, fold all the way to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, fold a little bit more, maybe the hands, the palms can reach the floor. Put the hands to the right. If you don't like that, put them back. Just goes a little bit more into the IT band. come back. Breathe in halfway. And breathe out, ankle. Reach all the way up. And then arch towards the right hip, the left hip out towards the left. Come back to center. Breathe in, left knee up. Breathe out, bind and twist. Can you find a little bit of a back bend here? Breathe in as you breathe out. Middle two fingers, left hand to the left foot, open wide. Find your strength coming from the core and from that supporting foot. Really grounding you down. Breathe in as you breathe out. Bring the foot all the way to the front, a right hand to the outside of the foot. Can you find your back bend? Not really. Trying. Release. Coming to tree. Hands in prayer. You can stay here or reach up. Shoulders on the back. Core lifted. Pelvic floor engaged. And then reach back to find your left foot. Quad stretch. Knees together, hips forward, shoulders back. Can you scoop the right hip under so that you're not leaning towards the right? Everything is working. And let go with the right hand. Reach forward and we're going to come into dancer. It doesn't have to be amazing or perfect. As long as you feel a bit of a back bend, a bit of a pull in the left quad, and you can play with the hand. Do you want to hold on the inside or the outside of the left foot? And then release. Very slowly find the crescent lunge again. Breathe in, reach up, and as you breathe out, arms in goalpost. From goalpost, palms face together, reach back. Straighten your arms as much as you can, as much as it feels comfortable. Breathe in, come into warrior one. Breathe out, reverse your warrior. For warrior one, always just a transition position. We'll come back to warrior one. Breathe in as you breathe out, warrior one. Oh, I feel it deserves a bit of time. Let's stay in warrior one. Open the hip wide, the right knee facing to the front, shoulders relax. Imagine a gentle pull back so you're not leaning forward. Go a little bit lower. Breathe in as you breathe out, Trikonasana. Engage the right leg, knee cup towards the hip. If you have a hyperextending knee, Add a little bit of a bend there. Breathe in, come back up, interlace the fingers. Notice which little finger is under. Breathe in, breathe out, fold. Release. You should have a block at the back of the mat. Find the block, put the block underneath, behind your left foot, and then sit onto the block gracefully, unlike I just did. And we're going to find a nice twist back bend here. So face your right foot, and then reach forward with your left arm, and then bend the arm behind. The right arm finds the left. Let's take another breath. And release. Let's leave the block there. Transition to the front of the mat. Straighten the right leg. Left hand onto the floor. Right arm reaches up. And then bend the right knee. And drop the left knee onto the floor. Reach with the right arm further back. And drop the hip a little bit more. And then find the foot. Great, release, find the block, which should be at the front of the mat. Walk the right foot all the way to the left. Drop your bottom onto the block. Stay high, breathe in. As you breathe out, fold and twist at the same time. So you end up with the left elbow on the floor. Oh, great. Come back. From here, what did I want to do from here? Oh, wait, so hold on a second. I thought we could do something, I can't remember now. Ah, yes, cocktails. Right, from here, let's get into cocktails. Keep the left leg as straight as you can. Open the right leg out towards the right as much as you can towards the back of the mat. Great. And then come back, side angle. Then we'll transition, after side angle, we'll transition back to the front of the mat in the same way we transition back. Three big circles, left arm going back. On the third one, the left arm reaches up, the right arm reaches up, and we're back into our crescent lunge. Hands in prayer. Put all the weight into the right foot. Breathe in as you breathe out. Transition through warrior three. Holding warrior three for one breath. And then left foot onto the floor. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, come all the way up. Oh, great. Other side. The right foot behind the left. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Fold all the way down. Fingertips on the floor. Maybe palms. Or maybe the palms managed on the other side and not on this side or the other way around. So we know one leg is a little bit tighter than the other. Put the hands to the left. It's uncomfortable too much. Put them back. Come back to center. Breathe in. As you breathe out, uncurl the back all the way up. Reach up. And then reach which way? Towards the right. Sorry, towards the left. Left, left. And breathe in, come up. Breathe out, hands in prayer. Breathe in, right leg up. Breathe out, bind and twist. And release. Right hand, middle two fingers to the big toe. Open wide. Find your balance and your strength coming from the left foot and the core. Squeeze the pelvic floor. And then let's come into tree, hands in prayer. Either keep the hands here or reach up. I really want you to pay attention to the core and the pelvic floor. That sense of lifting from the pelvic floor into the crown of the head. Breathe in as we breathe out. Reach back to find your foot, knees together, hips forward, shoulders back. We'll go for dancer now. So reach out with the left arm. And then play with the right hand, either stays or try holding on to the inside of the foot. And then release, slowly transition back towards crescent. Breathe in. Transition to warrior one. Breathe out, reverse the warrior. We'll come back to warrior one. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come back to warrior one. Soften the shoulders. Open up the left hip. Gentle pull from behind you so you're not leaning forward. breathe in, and as we breathe out, reverse. Oh no, not reverse, sorry, we've done that. Trikonasana. Great. Breathe in, come up, interlace the fingers. Remember which little finger goes under. Swap. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, fold. And notice if there is a release for the back as you fold. It doesn't look like it, but we have to be doing a fair bit of back bending. And release, take the block that should be not far away, put it behind your right foot and sit down. Reach forward with the right hand, fold it back, reach back with the left. Find the stretch, find the twist and the back bend. And lovely. Release. Leave the block there. Come to the front of the mat. Both legs straight. The right hand onto the foot, onto the floor, and reach up with the left. And bend the left knee. Reach up with the left. And drop the right knee down. Hip a little bit lower if you can. And then find your foot. And release. Block should be there. Walk the foot all the way to the right. Breathe in tall, and as you breathe out, twist and fold. Right elbow onto the floor. Breathe in, lengthen a little bit more. Breathe out, twist a little bit more. And then come back. Let's move the block off the mat. Side angle. So almost there. We did leave out the back bend into crescent. I want to do it now because we're going to then take it to the wall. 3 big circles going back. And then right arm reaches up. And left arm reaches up. So let's do that back bend now, and then we'll take it to the wall. Arms into goalpost, palms face each other, square the hips, and reach back. Come back, hands in prayer. Shift the weight forward. Off the floor, warrior 3. Let's stay in warrior 3, 1 breath. Bring the right foot to the floor. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, straighten yourself up. Oh, great. So let's find the wall again. Take the mat this time because we'll be there for 3 or 4 things. So the first one is what we've just done. kind of. So we're going to, actually, no, we're not going to do this standing. We're going to do this facing the floor. So camel facing the wall, not the floor. So if we are looking at the wall, we're going to bring, and it's up to you, you might want the blocks to rest your hands on, or you might just be happy with the heels of your feet. So I think you'll be all right with the heels. We're going to find the wall, hands onto the hips, pressing the hips into the wall. Maybe for the first tap the toes under. Maybe for the first time, we'll just drop the hands to the heels and press the hips into the wall. Lower yourself as much as you can, keeping that contact between the hips and the wall. And then release, come back up. Sit down. Let's take a breath here. So we'll do that again. This time we'll reach back as we normally do, rather than just dropping the hands onto the heels. So come back up, hands onto the hips. Start rolling the shoulders back, toes tucked under. Reach back with the right arm, and then find your heel. Reach back with the left arm and find your heel. Again, press. You want to make contact. Your pubic bones or your hip bones should be touching the wall. Roll the shoulders back. And release. Great. How does that feel on the back? We'll stay here for a second and we'll do it the other way. So we're still using the wall, but this time we're facing away from the wall. And we have the toes touching the wall. I feel like I need a little bit of extra padding, so I'm going to follow the mat. So the toes touching the wall, we're doing exactly the same. Press the hips forward. And then we're going to come with the hands in prayer. And we're going to reach back. Both hands at the same time. Find the wall, palms onto the wall, and then extend the arms as much as you can. It might not be very much. And come back. Let's stay up here. And we're going to go back to the heels again. Take a breath. We're going to reach back. This time we'll start with the left arm. So reach back with the left, find your heel. Reach back with the right, find your wheel. Maybe your head touches the floor, the wall. And release. Whew. Okay, so that's quite, let's call that our back bending session. Great. And let's come on to the floor. So if you want to put, maybe not the jumper yet, although it depends how cold it is where you are, but at least the top, because we're just sitting now, no more. It's noisy, Stuart. Sorry. So let's find the belt. Do you feel you want to go on the wheel as well? Or is that enough? Thumbs up for a wheel, thumbs down for no wheel. Or indifferent. Thumbs up for the wheel. Okay, let's grab the wheel. Esther, you could, if you don't want to use the wheel, you could use the ball. I think. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. And maybe we'll stay a little bit. No, let's just stay as usual, our usual time. So about 10 breaths. And play with the wheel, whichever way you want. Maybe you want to work more on the upper back. We've done a lot on the lower back, so it might feel nice to work the upper back a bit more. And a release. I've just pulled a few hair out under the wheel. Note to self, get your hair out of the way. Okay. So that we should feel like we've had our fill of back bending. Let's take the belt and a block. Let's sit onto the block. I'll do a little bit more for the shoulders. I'm going to go back and forward. See if each time you can bring the hands a little bit closer to each other, or maybe not each time, but once in a while. Okay, and then next time, let's pause. Where it feels particularly tight, smile, come back to your intention. Feel that intention radiate from the heart. The heart is nice and open now. And then all the way back. Place the hands onto the floor. Let's stay here. Engage the core, lift the pelvic floor. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, all the way to the front again. Okay, let's put the belt to the side and let's do a bit of side stretches. So for this one, belt or no belt, or the physio band, up to you which one you prefer. I'm just going to go for this just because it's here, no particular reason. And right hand onto the right knee or just outside, and then let's go back and forth. You can stay quite upright if the bell goes through, or come a little bit lower if you feel like it. And then again, let's pause at the top. The right hip roots down. Scoop the left shoulder under, almost as if you wanted to look up and back. And then right hand all the way to the floor, twist. And release. Bring the right shin out and then the left in front. If you want to use the belt for this as well, without losing the back bend. Of course, that's an option. Breathe in and breathe out, hold. Pull the hands all the way to the left. Reach up with the right. Again, maybe scoop that left shoulder under. And come back. Let's do the other leg. Whatever you used before. If you've got the belt that doesn't stretch, then you might want to put it outside of the knee. Keep the left hip rooted down. And pause at the top. Scoop the right shoulder under. And then bring the left hand all the way to the floor behind and twist. And release. Left shin in front of you and the right in front of the left. Breathe in, breathe out, fold. If you have the block nearby, you want to rest the forehead. And then reach up. Let's lie down. So if you need socks, socks, jumper, anything that you feel you need to be warm and comfortable. I want to finish with a couple of twists. So the first one we're going to do with the block, just as we do at the beginning, as we would normally do at the beginning. So let's go, doesn't matter, let's start on the left. So if we put the block underneath the left hip, shuffle the left shoulder forward, and then twist towards the right. The right leg can extend, knees together. And we're getting a little bit more into the lower back and the QL, a little bit into the obliques. Start softening the gaze, even closing your eyes. Lengthening the breath. Last breath here. Oh, great. And then from here, we're going to fold the right leg under, readjust the block, and the right knee towards the floor. And the left leg can either stay bent, or it could go straight, arms to stay where they are, or rest by the ears. Soften the body. If you notice any tension in the right glutes, in the right leg, let it go. So the intention is not to bring the knee as close to the floor as we can, but to make the body soft and allow it to move as it needs to. Release the right leg, find your belt, and in the loop of the belt, put the foot, the right foot. And then I'm going to gently pull enough to feel it in the back of the legs, but again, not too strenuous. Gently push the back of the knee away from you. And let's stay for 4 or 5 breaths. Soften the rest of the body. Great, let's do the other side. So let's take the block to the right hip. Shuffle the right shoulder forward, twist towards the left, extend the left leg on top of the knee. Make the body heavy. We're going to stay a little bit longer than we normally do at the beginning. Now the body is warm. We can get a little bit deeper into the twist, deeper into the fascia as we twist. And it's a nice contrast, the slow pace with what we did, which was quite a dynamic practice today. Let's do another couple of breaths. Great. And then we'll come back to center, folding the left leg under. Readjust the block. Whatever you did with the other leg before, do the same. Make the body soft, so there's no tension. It's just about releasing tension rather than creating tension now. I'm not engaging, not squeezing, not tightening. We come back to that intention from the beginning. Are you still connected to the heart? Is it still true and meaningful to you, that intention? Have you manifested it or have you let it go? Great. Find the belt again and release the left leg. Put the belt around the foot and start straightening the left leg and back of the knee away from you. Working with the breath, and as you breathe out, you gently pull, using just the weight of your arms, not the strength. Just holding here, making the arms heavy so they pull the leg a little bit more. And if you notice that there is a resistance in the back of the leg, it doesn't want to go any further, and then let go. So take a step back. And great, and release. Find Shavasana whichever way you prefer it. I have no idea what the time is because I didn't put the clock there. So what's the time? Okay, it's 10:30. So I will leave you to enjoy Shavasana. If you want to stay a bit longer, you stay a bit longer. No, it's 10:30, so if you have things to do, bear that in mind. For now, soften the body, soften and lengthen the breath. Slow down the mind. Allow the body, the breath, and the mind to go at the same pace, moving slowly towards a place of stillness. Bring the attention onto the breath and the way the breath manifests in the body. Maybe in the belly, in the chest, maybe going all the way into the crown of the head. Coming to a place that feels quiet and still and at peace. Hari Om Gaganesha Om Gaganesha Om Gaganesha Allow yourself a few more moments of stillness if you can. Or start moving the body again if you want to. Thank you for practicing this morning. Lovely to see you. Namaste. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Have a nice weekend. Bye. Bye bye.